All right, I know you're skeptical, but this video is not clickbait. I cracked the code for advertising with e-commerce. This has made me millions with e-commerce. It's the same advertising strategy I just used for one of my clients to pull in 2.1 million in the last 90 days. And no, I'm not talking about the old school Google strategies or pay-per-click. I'm not talking about Facebook ads. So if you have an e-commerce product or even a SaaS company, let me show you the step-by-step plan, exactly how I did it for one of my clients recently. And you guys could use the same exact strategy in your business. Let's get into it. Now, most e-commerce companies fail because they suck at marketing. So usually they're doing it exactly like their competitors. They follow along with what everybody else is doing. They're fishing in the red ocean. They're doing Google ads. They're copying what all the competitors are doing, and it's saturated. So when my client Ben, he came to me, he has a supplement product. It's an e-commerce business. He's selling products on his Shopify store. He showed me what he was doing. I checked out under the hood of his website, his Shopify store, his marketing campaigns. I was looking at his ads. We talked about what he was doing right and what he was doing wrong. And I gave him some advice. I was telling him what he should do in 2025 that will change the game. And I looked at what his competitors are doing, and what's made me successful over the years is just marketing for the year I live in. So if it's 2025, I'm doing marketing like it's 2025 and not like it's 2022. And things change all the time. Technology changes, social forces, people make buying decisions differently. So usually what I do is I look at what the competitors are doing and I do the exact opposite. So if all the competitors are on Google or Facebook, you got to switch over and find a different platform. So right now, we've been crushing it on TikTok. Let me show you exactly what I did for Ben. This is the blueprint. This is what you got to be doing in 2025. Fuck all the other shit. You should be using TikTok. You should be using user-generated content. He was doing it the old school way, which is just like running pay-per-click campaigns, running these shitty AI videos on Meta or Instagram. And then we realized, we looked at, that's what the competitors are doing. What they're not doing is dominating TikTok, and they don't know how to run ads, and they don't know how to leverage user-generated content and make the proper types of videos. We started making them some videos. That's the first thing I told him to do. I said, let's start marketing on TikTok. It's not the only thing he's gonna do, but it should be in 2025, a big portion of your ad spend. So I told him, let's dominate TikTok. As soon as we start making hundreds of thousands a month, then we could switch over to another channel. But TikTok is a little tricky. It's a Chinese-owned company. Not a lot of people know how to use it, but it's a game changer once we figure this thing out. So I'm gonna break it down, the exact blueprint, exactly what I did. You don't need any complicated marketing funnels. You don't need any automation software, anything like that. You could simply run traffic to your TikTok shop or directly to your Shopify store. Nothing fancy, pretty simple. So what we started with is he had 4 main products that he wanted to push. And so what I told him to do is, let's make 2 videos, user-generated videos for each main product. They're like his gateway products that get people in the door. We made 2 videos for each product, for each different avatar, because there's multiple ways you could sell the product or tell the story about the product. People buy for different reasons. You don't need anything fancy, no crazy video production, no crazy product photography or anything like that. People don't really trust big brands nowadays. We're going through something called a trust recession, where people don't really want to buy from big corporate brands. They just want to buy directly from a human being. And so they'd rather, instead of go to a big website, a big corporate website, they'd rather just get a referral from someone that told them to go buy it from this store. And so that's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean by UGC, user-generated content. So the way these things work, and I'll show you some examples, but you want to have a good hook. That's that first 3 seconds of the video. That's really important. And if you guys want to get some templates on how to do this, I'm going to include a link in the description. But it all starts with that hook. And then you got to tell a story. The way this works, these videos, it's not high production. It's pretty simple to make. You can find actors to do it. You can find content creators to do it. And you could write the script for them, get them to film it, and then edit it, chop it up make it look good. You need a call to action. You need a storyline. That's what's going to make it pop. So I did 2 storylines for each product, 8 different videos. We started promoting them on TikTok using TikTok's paid advertising platform. And this thing's a game changer when you compare it to Meta or Instagram or Google or doing influencer marketing. That stuff is saturated. That's what all the competitors are doing. So this is more of a blue ocean strategy. When you're in the red ocean, you're fishing, you're surrounded by sharks, everybody's competing for the same bloody scraps. You find the blue ocean, you go out where nobody else is fishing, there's no other sharks, and you just got plenty of fish. You just got to have the right bait. And that's all in the video. So I would suggest starting with a handful of videos or at least a couple for each of your main products. Now, the storyline should have somebody using your product. The call to action should be almost like a third-party referral to your website or your TikTok shop. So that way it looks like it's coming from a customer, somebody who knows you, somebody who loves the product, and they're just recommending it instead of you trying to sell it, because people aren't trusting that anymore. It doesn't work as good like it used to. This isn't 2016. So the first step is to get your user-generated content, get at least a couple videos for each one. Then you set up your TikTok shop, make sure that's optimized, make sure you got good descriptions of the products that match up to what you're saying on the offer, on the call to action inside of the videos. You could also have half of your ads or some of your ads going directly to your Shopify store. That's what I was doing for my client here. So we have 2 simple funnels. One goes straight to the TikTok shop. One goes straight to the Shopify page. It's an impulse buy. They buy right away. So you put $1 in, you get a few dollars back. And the sales pay for themselves, because as you spend money on advertising, the revenue comes in, the sales comes in. Now you can afford to put more back into marketing, and it keeps building on each other. Now, when it comes to running ads on TikTok, you don't want to just throw thousands of dollars at it in the first day. What you want to do is start off small, 20, 30 bucks, raise that up to 40, 50 bucks, then 100 bucks. And as you spend more, you start getting sales, you flip that money back into more sales. Now, once you have your ads running, you're going to find the winners. You're going to look at the numbers, which one got the best return on ad spend, which ones are converting the best, which ones have the best click-through rate. And then you want to put more of your budget into the winners, and you want to find some of the losers and either turn them off or turn them down and spend less money as you go. So of course, for this to work, you got to have good products that actually work. You got to be helping people. So as you can see, it's super simple. No complicated funnels and automations and all these different things. All you have is a UGC video. They click on it. They go to the TikTok shop. They buy right away. Simple. It's not rocket science. And the only reason why this works is because there's a good hook, a good story, and good products with good testimonials. Now, it's important to understand that this is not going to work for some shitty fly-by-night company or some crappy products. It only works if you have good products, you ship them out in time, you make your customers happy. So there you have it. That's the exact blueprint. You make some UGC videos of people actually using your products, talking about your product, telling a story. Make sure you got a really good hook in the beginning so you could capture their attention while they're scrolling on TikTok. You get thousands of views for every $20, $30 you spend on TikTok. So it's really cool. It's cheap advertising right now. And you could get a huge return on ad spend if you're putting it on TikTok and you're using the right types of videos. So if you want my 8-figure e-commerce blueprint, click the link in the description down below, and I'll shoot that over right away. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want more content like this. If you got some value, like and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.